glorious. No, I won't give in till I'm victorious.
Hello everyone, this is CJ Novo 992 and today we are back for another brand new video. It's time for a new Rangers roundup. Now we haven't actually done one for about maybe 2 and 3 weeks just because the transfer news, then some podcasts and everything started to happen. There was supposed to be a player rating today, but Snags couldn't make it, so that's going to get pushed back and we might speak about it within the next one. And also the podcast with Baz and Paul was also be delayed because Baz couldn't make it, so we want to wait until everyone's able to make it and have a bit of fun with that. So we will be discussing like the bank loan and all that stuff, what it means in the next couple of days, probably maybe the start of next week is latest, but I wanted to bring on a couple of people to get their opinion on that one. So if you're looking for that towards the Rangers roundup, unfortunately it's not going to be there, but I have 3 deliciously clickbaity titles that we will be discussing today, and as you can tell, the very first one is going to be the Joshy Windass. Now, when I mentioned that my fan recap, I wasn't really expecting it to go as far as it actually did, if I'm being 100% honest with you, especially with the amount of people that continue to still argue on Twitter over and over, tagging this, tagging that. It's absolutely nuts. So what I wanted to actually do, instead of just asking you guys randomly on like a video, and because a lot of people was talking about the game, and I think it was sort of swept away underneath the actual good result, which is a good thing, because we focused on the result. A goal and an assist for Windass goal, but that's getting kind of forgotten about. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to ask Twitter, and I want to ask you guys right now, do you have a problem with Josh Windass celebration? Yes? If you say yes, give me a reason why. There is no right or wrong answers, and if obviously no, give your reason as well, so we can discuss as a community and find out what is going on here. I'll just let you know, I asked Twitter poll and I said, did you see a problem with the Windass celebration? I got 276 votes. It's still got a wee bit of time remaining, obviously, but only 27% voted yes. Now that's surprising. I really thought it was going to be the other way, but 73% of people voted it is overblown. So what do you guys think down below? Make sure to be letting me know. Like I said yesterday or the day before, he scored, he got an assist. That's what we should be talking about, but instead we're talking about a celebration, we're talking about retweets, but he's not really helping himself at the minute. Come on Josh, we love you. Alright, me and Rocky, he's right there. Rocky's right there. We all love you, mate. Alright, just get back to playing football and leave the sort of Twitter childish mind games to one side, alright? And just focus on winning us matches. What you're doing, by the way, you're absolutely killing it. You're only 4 goals away and 3 assists away from getting in double digits for both categories. Not one Rangers player did that this season. Last season, sorry. You've got the chance to do that. Josh Windass, Mr. Inconsistent. You know what I mean? Just swings and roundabouts, mate. Just swings and roundabouts, mate. What does that mean? Well, that is my thoughts on that one. What is your thoughts on the first story of today? I'll give you a couple of seconds to fire that in. It's not as if I'm trying to find the second poll or anything. The second story of today is going to be about Tavernier. Now, Tavernier's sort of rise as a defender is only getting better and better each week. Last season, he was an absolute fraud of a right back, let's be honest. He was dreadful. It's hard to even think how bad he was compared to how good he was this season. The transformation that he's done, you can see that he's actually putting in the hard work. Not only like going forward, we know he's got that in his locker, his crossing ability is fantastic, his shots and everything have always been pretty good. But defensively this season, I think it's time to give him a wee shot of a video and just to say what an absolute season he's actually having. All that hard work, all that effort that he's put in is definitely shown in my personal opinion. So the question I want to ask you guys just now, has Tav this season established himself as the best fullback in the country? Last season that was Kieran Tierney by an absolute mile. This year I think he's definitely closed that gap, and based on this season alone, if you look at the stats, he's just killing them in every single situation. So I wanted you guys to answer, and hopefully you've done that just now, and I'm about to read out Twitter. Is he the best fullback this season? Now you might be wondering why I've done this, and that's because I didn't say fullback, I said right back, so I kind of changed it halfway, but it made no sense, so rough edit. So while you guys are actually filling that in, let's read out what Twitter's got to say. Now this one's got 513 votes, again a lot of time remaining. Pretty good discussion there, a couple of bites. Cut me a marlin. Gonna be honest with you, a couple of fights as well. You can imagine why. But let's see, has Tav established himself as the best fullback in the SPFL this season? 513 votes, 14% voted no, but 86% of the votes have voted yes, and I completely agree with that. I think this season definitely is head and shoulders the best fullback over. Just look at the stats this season, lads. That's what you need to, for the people that's going to come in this video just to write hate and abuse. This season, if you look at the stats, it's not even close. Let's read out some of the comments for this one as well, because I think the Windass one there was a lot of arguments, so we don't want to get involved with that. So Mark Menzies says stats. Yes, Snags isn't here, but stats are definitely in Tav's favour. Let's move on to Jamie Shepherd said, definitely, but we'll have to wait and see until Wallace is back. Oh no, I can barely handle Ross Watson doing the Wallace patter. I can't get an iron doing it. Alright, there's no big enough block button. Okay, King Kenny. Okay. He said, pretty much so far, I think in my opinion, Tierney will get better with time, but Tav has been miles better than any other fullback this season, just needs to calm down a bit. Exactly, let's not forget he gave a silly penalty away, but the way he responded showed he's mature. That's my favourite porn category. Matureness, Windass. To come back, fight, and end up banging a goal and putting a man of the match performance against Thistle. Last one I'll read out comes from Peter Ramsey, aka my NFL legend. It says, best improved Rangers player this season. He should win player of the year. Very, very tidy there. What is your guys' opinion down below? And the third one, now you might be thinking, Craig, it's only early. They've only played a couple of games. But what I plan to do is every Rangers roundup, or maybe once a month at the start of every month, we're going to go back and look at these 4 players that we have on loan. These 4 players are Russell Martin, Sean Goss, Jamie Murphy and Jason Cummins, and just compare them just to see who's actually playing better for you in that month. Now, I realise I've only played 2 games, lads, but it'll make more sense as we go on, because what I'll plan to do at the end of the season is I go back and look at all these votes from Twitter, from comments, and then make a video combining every one of them and just saying what we think overall, who stole the show, who played well, blah, blah, frickin' blah. So with all that being said, who has impressed you most this month? Russell Martin, Sean Goss, Jamie Murphy and Jason Cummins, the 40 vote. Make sure you be firing down below while I read out Twitter's poll and get Twitter's opinion. Now, on Twitter there was 335 votes, which was absolutely tremendous. I only put this one up for about half an hour, so that's great in that span of time. Can we get by 335 likes? Let's try. Smash them. Let's get the fucking heads in. So it says, last poll for the video. Out of the lone players that came in, who's impressed you so far? Cummins has only got 8% of the vote, which I think is very harsh, because I thought he had a very good game on horrible service on Tuesday. If you go back and look, everything he was bringing down in his chest, he was bringing other people into the play. But honestly, the balls and everything he was receiving was absolutely terrible. So that's a bit harsh on him, but I completely understand. Murphy is the next one up. He only got 14% of the votes. Russell Martin, who's actually stole my attention, if I'm being honest with you, he got 16%. But the clear away fan favourite so far is going to be Sean Goss with 62%. Shout out to Sean Goss. Me personally, what I do is I'd actually vote for Russell Martin. I think he's just been head and shoulders. The way that he's handled himself off the park and on the park, he looks like a true leader, and he's only getting better and better. Even in the games that we lost against Hibs, I thought he had a good game, and I just think he's been outstanding. Sean Goss, my only downside was that Hibs game where he left the Hibs players with far too much space defensively. He didn't help out too much. But again, that's no knock on any of the players, so I completely understand. But that would be my reasoning to pick Russell Martin over Sean Goss. Now let's share out what some of you guys' opinions are down below. Ross Watson says Wallace. Paul at Seas, Mr. Omni Shambles himself says, they are all varying degrees. However, Goss has been a bit of a standout so far. Oh, and if you don't read this reply out on your vlog, I'm going to hunt you down and turn your skin into an expensive fro and the rest of you into dog food. My ego demands this. Thank fuck I read it out, eh? Hey Rocky, that could have been dangerous for us. Right enough, you might have had a meal. So, just waiting on that ad revenue and then I can buy you food, Rocky. Jack Bellamy says, I'm going to say Gods just because I want him back. It's hard to argue with a God, mate. He said this is Goss, but QPR needs some divine intervention. Good banter. Martin Mendes says, Martin has been solid so far and Cummins has had glimpses. Murphy has been decent and I'm 50-50 on Goss. Ross McFern says, I see why people picked Sean Goss because he came in here as nobody's heard of him, but with Jack and Dorrance are back, he won't be in the team. It's only a month or so until Dorrance is back. I've actually read about 4 or 5 out and I've just realised my camera crashed, so I do apologise if I've not read it out. The one I was reading when I noticed it crashed was Andrew Wilson said, Goss played most games, Martin still gives me the fear. Cummins has hardly done much, which is due to the poor passing to him. Agree with that completely. Murphy in the Hibs game seemed like he just ran around the box and didn't take a shot. Otherwise, he's been decent. So we'll leave on that wee bombshell. But before we wrap up today's video, I've got to do the sponsor break. So grab your refreshments and do whatever you want. Okay? 3, 2, 1, sponsor break! Shut up, Andy, nobody cares. And that's actually going to be today's video, all wrapped up and done easy. Again, it's just a little Rangers roundup, giving you a couple of suggestions to get your fan votes in and get your voice out there. We will be back in a couple of days with hopefully some podcasts to discuss more of the financial matter, the banking stuff, clear up all of that if you've got any questions. That'll be coming soon to the coming soon to the channel. I've been TJ Novo 92. That's been Rocky Boy Johnson. That's been Andy Halliday. Thank you for watching, and bye-bye.